I'm Erick Castañon, and this is my journal for the latest units of the first semester, Feminism and Latin American Studies. I'm a little bit congested, so I'm gonna sound weird, and the camera is not the best, but at least it records, right? Well, we keep tackling diversity issues, learning about the struggle of women and gender minorities for their rights, and getting rid of the Eurocentric vision of Latin American history to understand our identity with a clean sight that allows us to respect and rehumanize the Latin American indigenous roots that has been twisted as well. So, women and gender minorities that are not as minor as I used to think, and Latin American identity share this position of weakness before the white European male. The relevance of these subjects is how our classrooms will be compounded in the future. Because in one hand, we have to approach gender diversity that is not only the duality men and women, but homosexuality, transgender, and other things that goes beyond what I knew when I was in the scholar system. For example, in those times you could see a teacher openly making fun of a gay student, or any kid that shows a different behavior from the traditional. Everyone was going to be hard with him, a strong bully. So I feel that it's a new and important issue that teachers has to tackle. And in the other hand, Chile is getting cosmopolitan. I mean, a big migration wave has taken place in the last years, and we can see Haitians, Colombians, Ecuadorians, and other citizens of Latin America, especially black people, are already part of the educational system of our country. And we can't manage a classroom with that diversity quote with our minds still contaminated with the Eurocentric vision of world history. My own particular learnings with these units are first, the rectification of the feminism struggle that is not only for women, but for all gender minorities oppressed by the male domination, and the corroboration of feminism as a Marxist class struggle cause just as we saw in history last year, women had to claim education for themselves, as the working class has had to do as well. And second, I was thinking a lot about how a white European person can look back in history, and they can have a strong feel of belonging because their race belong to the nature of those places. Or a Mapuche can watch him in the mirror and look the features of the same ancestors who stand and live in the south 1,000 years ago. And I, as a Chilean, my history starts when a bunch of liberals wanted to take this land from Spain to themselves, to rule their own country because they were big boys. And I guess that a lot of people feel like this. And so, how can people want to be part of a project, and an educational project in this case, if they do not have the national motivation? There is a lack of community sense. Uh, People do not belong to a community. They are just um, particular individualities. They do not compound compound a community that share a common mission, and that is necessary to be a teacher, for example. Well, this is my journal. I hope you enjoy it. Bye.